Hey there, welcome everybody. This is CP Cards and Dice, and welcome to Time Travel Baseball. This is tutorial number 5. We are replaying the 1973 World Series between the Mets and the Oakland A's. This is Game 7, and it's the Mets visiting the Athletics in Oakland. And this is the third time these two pitchers have faced each other, Holtzman and Matlock, and they're going head-to-head here in Game 7 for all the marbles. Score is 2-0. We are in the bottom of the third inning. Mets scored early. Let's take a quick peek at how the Mets scored. And they scored early on a single. The line out. And it was, let's see. Actually, it was a double, leadoff double and a single scored the first run. It was Wayne Garrett who doubled, and then Rusty Staub singled him home. And then the Mets scored again at the top of the third on a leadoff home run by Rusty Staub. So Staub is the source of both Met runs here in Game 7 of the 1973 World Series. Sore shoulder and all. Rusty is bringing it. And it's Bert Campaneris to start off the inning. Now we have to go back to make an adjustment. And this inning, it's going to be a walk to Campaneris. It's ball 4, so Campaneris trots down to first base. Next batter is Joe Rudy. He hits a comebacker. Matlock is going to try for 2. Throw to Harrelson in second, and the relay to first in time. So that was a 1-6-3 double play, just like that. Good play by John Matlock. Had the wits about him to go for 2. I mean, Rudy runs, but I don't know how well he runs. So that's 2 outs. And nobody on, and here's Sal Bando, and that's ball 4 to Sal Bando. So Matlock is having some control issues, having trouble finding the plate. And now it's Reginald Martinez Jackson, and that's a swing and a miss to retire the side. So Matlock gets him on a curveball. All right, so that was it for that. That didn't went quick because we had played it already and we had to go back, so I just memorized the whole thing. All right, so I didn't memorize, I wrote it down. John Matlock is up against Kenny Holtzman here at the top of the 4th inning, 2-0 Mets. All right, you read the red as the pitcher die and the white, whichever one's higher, that's the card you read off of, unless it's it's a tie, it's doubles, and then you would pull a gamble card. So this is going to be a red 5 and a white 4. It's going to be a 9. And it's going to be off the pitcher card, and that's an infield pop-up. And that's a second baseman over. Settles under it, makes the catch. So Matlock pops out. 1 down, top of the 4th. Mets are up 2-0. Here's Wayne Garrett. He bats lefty. He is 2 for 2. He's doubled and singled. And that's going to be a 5 off of Garrett, and that's a strikeout. So he chases a ball that's outside the strike zone. Not happy with himself. And this is another ball off of Mian this time, and that's going to be a ground ball and through into center field for a base hit. So Mian, who chokes up about 8 inches on the bat. Muscles went up the middle, and Reggie Jackson plays it over to Dick Green. Felix Mian is on at first base, and here's Rusty Staub. Rusty Staub is 2 for 2. He's got a single and a home run. 2 RBIs on the day. Here's a pitch. That's going to be a 5 off the pitcher because the red is higher, and that is going to be a strikeout. So Rusty swings and misses, and that is 2 outs. And here is that's actually was 3 outs, and that retires the side. Gene Tennis leading it off against John Matlock. That's a 6 off Matlock, and that's a ground ball. Wayne Garrett go to first in time. All right, and now it's Jesus Alou. Alou's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. That's going to be a 5, and that's going to be a strikeout. So he strikes him out for the second time, 2 out. And here's Darren Johnson. Oh, that's going to be doubles. This is where you pull a gamble card and you look for the picture. The picture is going to be of the picture, so it's going to be a 4-4 off of Matlock. That's a strikeout. So Good job by John Matlock. Let's see what he did there. He started out the last two batters. All right, so let's see. Cleon Jones is leading off. It's going to be Cleon Jones, John Milner, and Jerry Grody for the Mets. Two righties and a lefty against Kenny Holtzman. Here's a pitch from Kenny Holtzman. And that is a 6-3 or a 9. And a 9 is an infield pop-up. Shortstop calls for it. Mine. Gets it. John Milner bats from the left side. Power hitter. Hit a big 3-run homer in the first game. That's going to be doubles. So we're going to pull a gamble card, and take a look at the silhouette, the image. That's going to be the pitcher. So a 2-2, and that's going to be lined and caught by the second baseman, Dick Green, who went up for it, snagged it out of the air. Must have been a basketball player, because he can really get up there. And here's Jerry Grody. And that's going to be an 8. And we're going to look at a ground ball to Campaneris, who's got plenty of time, lobs it over to first, and then retires the side. All right. Game 7, 1973 World Series. John Matlock versus Kenny Holtzman. And it's going to be Dick Green stepping in the box. He is a right-handed hitter. He's walked today. And that is an 8 off of Matlock. It's a sharp ground ball. Harrelson scoops it, fires the first in time. Kenny Holtzman, he's 0 for 1. He's grounded out. And that's doubles. That's doubles 5. And we're going to pull. It's going to be the batter. So double 5's off the batter. It's ground ball up the middle. And Felix Millan sets his feet over to first. And here's Bert Campaneris with 2 outs. And that is a 3 off the pitcher. And that's strike 3. Top of the 6th inning. All right. This will be Don Hahn. Don Hahn is 1 for 2. He's grounded out singles. And that is the 6 off the pitcher. And that is a hard hit ground ball right at Bando, who backhands it, throw to first, and in time just gets Hahn by half a step. 1 down. Buddy Harrelson, he's 1 for 2 today. Here's the pitch. That's a 4, and that's a deep fly ball to left field. Rudy takes a step on the warning track and hauls it in. And here's a dangerous batter, John Matlock, with a 4, and that is a deep fly ball again. This time to right. Jesus Alou in the gap, and he runs it down. So they're driving the ball off of Holtzman. It's 2-0 Mets here in the bottom of the 6th. Joe Rudy's leading it off. See if the A's can come back. That's going to be a 6, but off of Rudy's card, and that's a sharp ground ball. In the hole, long throw for Harrelson, in time. Just gets Rudy by half a step. And it's Sal Bando. And that's a little number. And Buddy Harrelson better hurry, charges in, picks it up barehanded, fires the first, low, scooped out by Milner, and they just get Bando, who was hustling down the line. That's why they call him the captain. And here's Reginald Martinez Jackson. It's going to be a 5. It's going to be off Matlock. Strike 3, and down goes Jackson on a knee. All right. Top of the 7th, Wayne Garrett, 2-0 here in Oakland. The fans are on the edge of their seat. And that's doubles. It's going to be off the batter, 22 off the bat. It's a sharp ground ball to the second baseman Green over to first in time. Here's Felix Millan. Millan's 1 for 3 today. And that is a 6. That's going to be off the pitcher. And that's chopped to the first baseman, Johnson. Scoops in, steps on the bag, 2 down. And here's Rusty Staub, who's 2 for 3 with the 2 RBIs. That's an 8 off Rusty. And that's a slow ground ball back to the pitcher. And Holtzman throws to first and gets Rusty. All right, bottom of the 7th. Gene Tennis, pitch for Matlock. That's a 10 off of, and that's a strikeout. So Tennis swings and misses at a Matlock fastball. Here's Jesus Alou with a 6, and a 6 is going to be a ground ball. Wayne Garrett, 2 down. And here's Darren Johnson. Darren Johnson with a 10, and that's going to be off Matlock, and that's a strikeout. So Matlock, he's got quite a few strikeouts today. Let's see how many he has. All right, he's got 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 strikeouts for John Matlock today. You go to the top of the 8th inning, it's 2-0 Mets. Here's Cleon Jones. That's going to be a 4. That's off Holtzman. That's a deep fly ball. Left field in the gap. Reggie Jackson runs it down. Great catch by Jackson. Got a good read on that ball. Next batter is John Milner. And that's a 6, but it's off Milner. That's strike 3. Big curveball. Made Milner look silly. All right, here is Grody and Uncle Charlie. That's going to be an 8. That's a ground ball. Come back to Holtzman. Holtzman over to first and in time. 3 up, 3 down. Here's Dick Green. Bottom of the 8th. Time's running out for the A's. You're down to the last 6 outs. They're down 2-0. Let's have 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors, 7 left on base. The A's, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 4 left on base. Errorless ball game, unlike the last game. I think we had let's have 4 errors in the last game. That's a 10 off Matlock, and that's a strikeout. So this is a slider that gets Green. And here we have Holtzman. So we're probably going to bring in Fingers, and we're going to have a pinch hitter right here. I have to catch up on my games. I fell behind a little bit yesterday. Vic Davalillo. Oh, no, we're going to bring in a righty. Excuse me. We got a lefty on the mound. We're going to bring in a righty. Who's that going to be? It's going to be Angel Mangual. Angel Mangual is going to pinch hit for Kenny Holtzman. So Holtzman's out. Oh, you know what? I just remembered. Shutout card. Shutout card. Boom. And Mangual is up. And it's going to be Raleigh Fingers coming in. Mangual swings from the right side. And that is it's going to be an 8. But it's going to be off the batter card. That's a ground ball to third base. Wayne Garrett throws him out. 2 down. And here's Bert Campaneris. And that's doubles. 3-3. So we got to pull a gamble card and look at the picture. The picture will tell us that's going to be off the pitcher. 3-3 off the pitcher's line and caught by third baseman Garrett to retire the side. And he gets a high 5 from his shortstop, Buddy Harrelson. Nice catch by Wayne Garrett. Cat-like reflexes to grab that one out of the air. Here comes Raleigh Fingers, the right-hander. He's going to be facing Don Hahn at the top of the 9th. The A's are down to the last 3 outs of the 1973 World Series Game 7. Here's the pitch. We are rewriting history. That's going to be doubles. We're going to pull a card, and that looks like the batter is holding a bat, and it's green. So a 2-2 is a ground ball and through the left side for a base hit. So Hahn muscles a ground ball through the infield. Oh, and let's change the pitcher. We never did that officially. Where's Raleigh Fingers? Is this his first appearance? Yes, it is. I think so. Raleigh Fingers' first appearance in the series. All righty. And that's going to be a base hit, as we said, for Hahn. The 22 is off the batter. All right, so here's Buddy Harrelson. And Buddy Harrelson's going to bunt. He's going to square, see what we can do here. Try to bunt, get an extra run. Got a hit and run chart, got a bunt chart. So let's roll and see what happens. Oh, got stuck inside the tower. And that's a 5. The 5 is going to be a foul out. A fine bunter. Is he a fine bunter? He is not a fine bunter. Too bad. Foul out, runners hold. Okay, so I guess to the catcher. So he fails to move him over, and here's John Matlock. Pitch from Riley Fingers. That's going to be a 7, and that is off the batter, and that is a fly ball. Left center field. Actually, excuse me, right center field. Right there is Jackson. Hauls it in for out number 2, and here is Wayne Garrett. Wayne Garrett's 2 for 4 today. Let's have 9 hits today. And here's the pitch. And that is a 9 pop-up in the infield. And that's going to be Dick Green to retire the side. Oh, no. Oh, wait a second. Hold on a second. I screwed up. That is that was John Matlock popped it up to right field, fly ball right field, and then it was an infield fly now for Wayne Garrett, pop up second base. All right. So it's going to be in the bottom of the 9th here in Game 7 with the A's down 2 runs, 2-0, and the Matlock using his shutout card. We got Rudy coming up. We got Sal Vando coming up. And we got Reginald Martinez Jackson. Bears Den is in the house. I'm going to do another. I actually got a couple of boxes today of some interesting items that I'm going to share in a little bit. I'm going to do an unboxing. Actually, I'm going to do a couple of unboxings. We got a few things coming in right now. So I'm going to share that. And I know guys like to have the unboxings. They like to see the unboxings. So I'm going to do that on a separate video. So I'm just giving you the heads up. After this, stay tuned. It's going to be Joe Rudy leading it off against John Matlock's shutout card. Here's a pitch. And that is going to be a 9 off of Rudy's card, and that is ripped to short. Harrelson scoops it, fires the first, and gets his man. High throw. Nice stretch by Milner at first. It's 1 away. A's are down to their last 2 outs. Will the Mets pull it off? Will they relive another miracle or produce another miracle? That's going to be 7 now, and that is going to be off the pitcher's card, and that's a strikeout. Well, that's Matlock's 10th strikeout. And all the Mets are on the top of the dugout. I don't know if they had dugouts back in 1973. I don't even know if they had fences that protect the dugouts in 1973. Crazy. Anyway, Reggie Jackson. Here's a pitch. And that is a 9. It's going to be off the pitcher card. That's a deep fly ball to right field. Back goes Staub. Hahn converge near the track, and it's Rusty. And the Mets win the World Series. Hallelujah. And fitting that Rusty Staub made that catch because he drove in both runs with a single RBI single and a solo shot. And Rusty Staub is going to be the MVP. And John Matlock is going to be co-MVP with Rusty Staub. John Matlock with 10 strikeouts, complete game shutout, 1 hitter. Holy smokes. And the loss is going to go to Kenny Holtzman. Yes, sirree. And that's it. That's for my. Now I gotta go on to the time travel Facebook group and look up in the files section. I have tons of teams there where you can just download the teams and play them. I'll play another series. I gotta now. I'm in a league with them, so I gotta print out those cards and start playing some exhibition games so I can learn my team but that's going to be a whole different story because you got a lot of superstars. Got a ton of superstars on those teams. A lot of great players. Here you just got average players. And, in comparison to the guys that you're facing over there. So I got to see what that's going to look like. Oh, wait a second. So John Matlock and Rusty Staub are the ones that make the difference here in Game 7 for the Mets. No errors at all in this game. It was a well-played game. And that was a blast. Had a blast playing this series. We're playing this 1973 World Series. I got a chance to. Seaver did not do as well as I would have liked, but that's what are you gonna do? So I hope I think I played it so it would kind of fall within the category of a tutorial. I explained things and I kind of took my time with it, and it gives you at least a taste of what the game is like. And I definitely recommend you try it. It costs $10. It's easy to follow. The rules are very well written, very straightforward. And as you go, it has a beginner version, a intermediate version, and advanced version. I started with the beginner meeting, the beginner, but then I'm already spilling over into the advanced, the intermediate. So I started with the beginner. I'm spilling over into the intermediate because I'm feeling like, okay, I need to add this little bit, and to add to the realism, and that's how I do. And then eventually I may get into the advanced. I don't know how far into. I just kind of go with the flow. If I feel that, hey, that advanced makes a lot of sense to me, I go with it. If I feel that I'm having to really like think about it, then I may or may not do it. But if I feel that, hey, this really would make the game better, would make it more realistic, then I'll definitely, I'll definitely go into the advanced version. Here are the rules, very kind of not thick rules. All right, so these are pretty simple to follow, easy to understand, straightforward, just cards, and just the cards are very easy to read. So I highly recommend it. Charts are very barely, inconsequential. Okay, this is basically the chart I use 99% of the time. Then you got the bunch chart and the hit and run chart, and you got and that's it. That's all I was doing with basic because I played basic, so it was fun. I had a blast. Got to use the old time players and relive that part of history. All right, so I'm going to go away. I'm going to clean up my table, and I'm going to come back with an unboxing. And I think you guys are going to find it interesting. CP cards and dice, time travel baseball. That's a lot of fun.